right, everybody. Welcome to Neurotic News. Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You?
Good, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's not really, you don't ever feel good, eh? It's just kind of, you don't get any clear victories.
No, yeah, that's right.
Life is just marbled, like when you take a shit and someone sprays a lavender mist and it's just a brain fog.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. There's victories, but they're always underlying suffering. Anyway, thanks for tuning back in, if tuning's the right word or whatever it is. Thank you for listening. Again, we have a handful of these shirts left if you want one of them. I'm wearing one right now. They're available on my Instagram or whatever. And there's a Shopify thing you can just find. There's a link to it.
It's a warm shirt.
It's a nice shirt. It's a warm shirt.
Of an iceberg.
So think about that. And I'll be in Melbourne on July 11th doing my latest show. It's an encore to the Melbourne Comedy Festival. So if you missed it, July 11th, I'll be back at the Arts Centre. And there'll be a link on my website and on my socials and all that. And both Dan and I will be at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival for some unknown fucking reason.
Yeah.
So that's all the bullshit out of the way. So for some, I mean,
Bagpipes, the soundtrack of despair.
It is a difficult month. I don't know how many comedians talk about that. Maybe they do. I don't really.
Well, you end up getting weird things like, I don't know if you've had this happen, a guy that made fun of you in high school will come, sit in the front row, then afterwards go up and talk to you.
Yeah.
He'll be like, how do you think that went? Then there'll just be a silence, and then he'll just show you a slideshow of the renovations he's doing on his jacuzzi on his phone. He'll be like, we're going to build that up.
Yeah, that happened to you, eh?
Yeah. I've noticed that high school bullies or whatever, they're actually very social people.
Yeah.
Like they're good at networking.
Like it's a bit of a shame because the bullying like that they exhibit, then you see it carry over into their adult life and it helps them.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, great. So you made everyone else's life a misery and now even in adult life, that helped you because that's how corporate structures work.
Yeah.
Psychos fucking win.
But no, because they're good at the banter that you need to do in a corporation.
Right.
The golf and the banter and like.
Yeah, but also just like, being, on top and putting people down, and that's how you get up.
But they're friendly as well. That's what's weird.
They've got to mask it a little bit. You can't be a total psycho.
They're like, hey, mate.
Yeah.
How do you think that went? Anyway, here's a slideshow of the renovations I'm doing on the atrium we've just annexed to their house. You got to come over.
Yeah. It's sort of like going like, you're doing this little thing and, I'm doing the real life thing.
Yeah.
I have a fucking house and a wife and kids and you're sleeping on your mate's couch.
Yeah.
Which you literally are at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's that
sleeping
going?
tablets. That's the price you pay.
Yeah. You got to knock yourself out. Are you actually sleeping on a couch?
Yeah, and that's why I like sleeping tablets. It's the closest we get to being computers with an off switch.
Right.
It's like, just turn me off. And look, I'll pay the price tomorrow. But it's like being turned off.
Yeah.
Because you keep swallowing them until you turn off. And it's like when you turn a computer off at the PowerPoint, how it's a bit weird when you start it back up. That's how I feel on these rest of it tablets. Like I wake up, I'm a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm a brain fog.
Yeah, you are a bit of brain fog, hey, when you wake up from sleeping pills. It's a real shame. It'd be great to have a clean sleeping pill, one that you just wake up and you're fine.
Yeah. The way I would describe rest of it, you wake up feeling like you're playing a virtual reality game as yourself.
Right.
See, there's a weird, like, am I this body? I guess, like, there's still working out the kinks in the software.
Yeah, you're playing a video game, and you're like the person you're controlling.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's so much digital weirdness going on. Like, I share a YouTube account, like a guest account, with my girlfriend, and
right in your house, you have the same YouTube account
on the general TV.
Right. So what you watch and she watches is logged under the same account.
Yeah, so you end up getting these targeted ads that like just jar with each other.
Right.
Because when it's on your own account, you just get ones that are for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one I'm getting like, so the first ad will be like luncheon meat dancing on a park bench. Like, do, 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 do. And then the next one will be Pluto is sentient, like the planets are talking to each other.
Right, because your girlfriend watches like crazy astrological astrophysics
smokes
shit.
weed and
watches that shit.
Watches things about how fungi in the ground communicate with other planets and shit. The mushrooms have Wi-Fi or whatever. So it's that, and then it's processed meat.
Yeah,
dancing on a park bench.
Rest of it ads.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you got a weird thing that we were talking about or something that popped up on your?
Yeah, we were talking about how when
it?
People track their partner's movements.
Oh, right.
On a phone. And we were talking about that, and then I got a targeted ad for that.
Wow.
It's like, if you're tracking your partners, this is coercive control.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're tracking my conversations about being tracked.
Google's like a stalker.
It is.
It's taking all your shit and we're trying to work out where you are and what you're doing.
I've got a joke about Malaysia Airlines, and I get ads for Malaysia Airlines.
You got a joke about Malays Airlines. Oh.
Yeah, and Malaysia. But it's just funny, like somehow your phone and here's Malaysia. And they're like, it's like, no, I'm not flying with you because of what's happened.
I've just been joking and researching it.
Yeah.
And now you think I like Malaysia Airlines.
Not always does it mean if I Google you that I like you. I would say.
It sounds like you're being like patronizing to the corporation. Just
because
they're good, it doesn't mean I like you.
Yeah. Just because I'm not at my best doesn't mean you're at your worst. Or whatever.
Yeah, the most harrowing thing is not long ago I went through a breakup. And it's a harrowing thing at the time. One of the things I find is that I talk to anyone who will listen about it.
Yeah.
As a way of processing.
Yeah.
You know, do you do that? Where you're just like, I literally was at a supermarket. I was like, yeah, I broke up with my girlfriend, like trying to spark chat. And they're like, yeah, it's crazy out there. Anyway, $59.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a weird thing.
Trying to segue it in awkwardly to everything.
Just anyone who will possibly engage with it.
You get a beard trim, just you've never had one before, just for the time.
Yeah, just to talk with the bro. Yeah. Because I guess going to a hairdresser would be the best possible way to have a free psychology session and get your hair cut.
Yeah.
Like really, like if psychologists could cut hair, that'd be a great fucking combo. Don't you reckon?
Come out with the short back and sides and a 5-year plan.
Yeah. Or get a massage and you know, and the fucking
a deep tissue massage and some deep thought massage.
Deep psyche breakdown kind of shit.
But but that's the thing. When you've got that thing where if you do run into an ex, you're never at your best.
That's true.
Like an ex-partner.
That's
like,
the greatest fear is that you'll run into them.
But you know, I find it's always the worst moment in your life when they see you. Like you'll be logging into a Lime scooter, but like it won't accept.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've already got the helmet on as well.
It's like din din din.
Yeah, it's like din din din, like if the battery's dead.
Yeah.
And they're driving by and you're like, no, you're trying to get the helmet off. You know what I mean? Like that's not a good moment.
Yeah, you're like sort of on it. You're on your own. You've got a bag.
You're on it, but it's not activated. So you're pushing it with one leg and you're like, it starts beeping to
people
say get
around
off.
you at the cafe are annoyed. They're like, what's this guy doing? And your girlfriend drives past with her new boyfriend, just looks at you and they just come back from a run together.
Yeah. Then they see you like you've got like a bathroom key attached to a frying pan.
Yeah.
At a cafe because you got to take his shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't actually. I just fuck.
I always find that, like living in Brisbane, I always find I run into people because it's a smaller city, you know. I always find like I run into people more.
It's never at your best.
Yeah.
You know, you've got roller luggage and you're going into a Centrelink.
Yeah.
And they see you and they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're lying on a park bench once and my old psychologist walked past and was just like, hello, Damien, how are things? Are you getting that control you wanted at home? I'm like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Just like walking past. It's funny because his last name was Cash.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet it is. You know?
They say the names of people make them do those things.
No shit.
You know what I mean? Like psychologically,
yeah, right.
if your name's like John Astronaut, you might
more
become
likely
a spaceman.
Spaceman. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, well, there's people you can see now that deal in sex and relationships called sexologists. And I find it fascinating just because like this talk of, it just reminds me a lot of the wellness stuff now that they're trying to do, like when they measure sex.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I saw this guy in Men's Health, like sex, the dopamine release and the endorphins increases blood flow. And it was just a whole argument about why sex is healthy.
Yeah.
And I just find that so funny because I just always think that anything you can measure takes away mystery and the romance of it. Because you're fucking measuring it. You can't be like, grab my balls, that's going to technically increase blood flow and therefore, I was getting my balls massaged and I realized that it increases my ability to come up with creative ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes away the...
Sex becomes subjugated to the pursuit of more capital.
Yeah.
It's like the sex will help you earn more.
Right.
Whereas it used to be you earn more to have sex.
Right. That's exactly
it's like they flipped it.
Yeah, because it becomes instrumentalized and you want to use it to better yourself, and because you better yourself so you can make more money and, buy more stuff and be better at your job and all that kind of thing.
That's why you always read those articles like 5 ways sex will help you conquer the boardroom. I've seen those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like increases testosterone so you can take charge of that meeting. It's
totally.
Really weird.
It is weird. Yeah. And I feel like, I was thinking about like with men, I feel like because the way we're brought up and stuff, for us, it's different. It's where we're more detached from our emotions and shit. And women are more like in tune with that kind of part of themselves, I think. And so that's why I think, it's obvious that the men created the glory hole. Yeah. Because it is just a disembodied penis, which I think sums up the male problem. Well, just a penis just on its own with no human attached to it is...
It's like, it's a void. It's basically a black hole.
Yeah.
I expect Neil deGrasse Tyson to be on the other end of it, describing what's happening.
This penis has gone into the galaxy of this black hole and has entered to another side, perhaps another dimension.
Or mouth. Hi, Gary. And it's weird, it's weird that the gay guys invented the glory hole.
Right,
because you don't expect them to be good at carpentry.
Right, yeah, you don't associate the queer community with carpentry, do you?
Because it would have been a power drill, You got to know your way around that equipment.
Yeah, you would need to literally bring hardware equipment in, wouldn't you, to create a glory hole?
Yeah.
You couldn't just fucking etch it out with your cock.
No.
You need like at least a knife or something.
Yeah.
I'm glad we covered glory holes. It's one of the things I was worried about. You know what popped up on my YouTube recently that I thought was interesting was some vintage ads. And I found this interesting because it was an ad for pies. And in the ad, these blokes eat pies, bad from the 90s, and they eat pies and they watch a guy in a restaurant eat a salad. And they're like, look at him. He doesn't know what he's doing. What a dickhead. He's eating a salad. Yeah. And they were giving him shit. And I just think that's so funny now because now the dudes, the ripped, like the bro dudes would be eating the salad. Yeah. And they'd be making fun of the guy eating a pie.
Yeah, because I remember the pie ad, they were in the truck and they were ripped looking in at a bourgeois restaurant. Yeah. And it was like some chubby businessman eating a salad. Yeah. Which didn't really make sense at the time.
Right. But back then, in the 90s, people hated salads and people that ate them, they thought they were really pretentious. Yeah. And the cool guys ate the meat pie because they don't really care. Yeah. But now it's the opposite. Yeah. Now the guy's like, yeah, well, we just got from the gym and had our creatine supplement and I'm microdosing LSD and just, look into the...
Eating a Botanica salad.
Yeah, eating a Botanica salad and there's a guy in the restaurant, he'd be eating a pie.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, he doesn't fucking know what he's doing.
Let's bash his head in, the fat fuck.
He doesn't fucking know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's got bitch tits because he's lowered his testosterone.
Too much carbohydrates, mate.
Yeah.
You need to be on a lean protein diet.
Can't get an erection because he's addicted to 4 and 20 pies.
What a fuckhead.
Of course he doesn't know what he's missing out on.
Don't you reckon that's true though?
Yeah, totally. I like the these wellness, these brother scientists or whatever they're called, wellness scientists, science bros.
It's a
bro
good
scientists.
question. Bro scientists, is that a term?
Yeah, like those guys that are ripped and into the salads. Like I've seen them around, and they would make fun of you for eating a pie. They'd be like, "It's full of carcinogens."
Yeah, they do though. If you go to the gym,
it's been tentatively linked to testicular cancer. You fuckwit.
Fuck.
From all the studies that are peer reviewed, you dog.
This guy doesn't understand the damage of red meat in his lower colon. Fucking get him, boys.
Yeah.
Force him to eat an antioxidant rich berry.
Get a colostomy, you fucking dipstick. It's going to be clogged with those processed meats that have been linked to colorectal cancer, you fuck. Like they're reading peer-reviewed articles and shit.
Yeah, it's a complete flip. Everything's flipped. Like even like politically, like John Lennon would be an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
Like all those heroes of the fucking, revolutionary figures of the 60s and shit when that counterculture started, they'd be protesting in the streets. Oh, big corporate interests, Pfizer, teaming up with big media conglomerates like CNN, forcing us to, put stuff in our bodies. Boo. That's what they do. I'm not saying that's what I believe. I'm saying that's what they would do. That like John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, they'd be all anti. They'd be anti.
It's hard to know what a
vaccine.
band like Rage Against the Machine would do now.
Yeah.
Because what would the machine be?
Right.
Like if someone is portrayed as like a political musician, political comedian, it's often their politics are often as subversive as like an ANZ brochure.
Right.
Do you know what? It's just the same things you'll find in like an ANZ brochure where it's like,
let's work together. Let's not be racist. Let's not be sexist. Let's be good to each other. Because
now the banks have the same politics as Rage Against the Machine had in the 90s.
Yeah. It's true though.
It's like what my friend Sam was saying about like when he went to Grilled and there's like a cow in the shape of Che Guevara.
Oh my God.
Like
I've seen that.
It's that level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't do what you told me. Like Zach De La Rocca on a Westpac.
Yeah. He'd
logo.
Be in a Westpac ad now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do what you told. I won't do what you told me and put my money in a term deposit. Not when there's this great deal for a new short fixed term loan.
Yeah.
Like doing weird ads like that. They do that. Like you see bands sometimes in ads for Coles.
Yeah.
They're singing about how cheap the barbecue chickens are.
Yeah, you'll see Rage Against the Machine. They'll be on the hold music for ANZ when you're trying to get your bank card reinstated because they suspended it because you went overseas without telling them. And you're on hold for 4 hours. You're like, I will jump off this balcony. And it's like, I won't do what you told me. Down, and that comes on eventually.
Yeah.
It's like we've gone full circle.
Yeah, it's true though, eh? It's like those movies, Freaky Friday movies, where the mum wakes up in the son's body and the son's a mother and shit. They switch bodies and overnight and they've got to live the life of a teenager, and the teenager's got to live the life of a parent, and they learn valuable lessons about why they weren't getting on.
Yeah,
those movies. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's like the left and the right now.
Yeah.
Like conservatives are like saying rebellious stuff, swearing, don't care. Like we'll say stuff that everyone's upset about, and they're like the rebels, and now like the progressive people seem more like they're like the establishment or whatever, like the main. You know what I mean? It's like they flipped, like it used to be the other way around.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I think that's true.
I feel like in the 90s or whatever, it would have been like you burn the bank down.
Yeah.
Now it's like, let's do an ad for them.
Yeah. I feel like what epitomizes it is a tweet I saw where a woman was like, I won't give white homeless people money because they dropped the white privilege ball.
Mm.
And I'm like, yeah, that pretty much sums it up, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like the economy, like it's not a good time to be a working class person, I think.
Unless you want to be an extra in Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like you want to be put on the front of the guys on the front of the cars?
Yep. Yeah.
They're like strapped on.
Yeah. That's a good gig.
Yeah.
If you're like a rough looking
they could
coal
recruit
miner.
in the Aspley Hyperdome.
Put them on the...
Do you want to play like a gargoyle on the front of a monster truck?
Yeah.
Like kind of a gargoyle, like grotesque figure?
Yeah, with a Jim Beam can. It sounds like the Bathurst.
Yeah.
It does sound like that V8 race if you look into the crowd where they're all sitting and stuff.
In some areas, Mad Max is a documentary.
Yeah, like I reckon during some of those V8 races, like I reckon if there was a service where you could be tied to one of the cars and driven around at high speed with maximum risk, people would do it.
Oh, yeah.
If they got fucking Lownsy's going to drive me around at full speed.
Yeah, just go to the guy that's belching Bundaberg rum through his nostrils.
Mm.
You know when it just comes out of the nose and then they don't acknowledge it? You know that's a true...
Yeah.
When they're like...
That's the alcohol. That's the real...
The spew comes up a bit, but they're like, yeah, I'll do it. And it's just dribbling out of the nose.
There is
like
a rum burp, isn't there?
Drizzle.
Yeah.
They get that drizzle nose.
Mm. It's funny that the Bundy Rum Bear, the mascot for rum in this country, isn't more like that.
It should be yellow from the cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah,
like
there should be a
bear.
disease. Yeah. It's like he used to be white, but he suffered liver disease.
He's got gangrene.
Kidney problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Rum, 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 rum. Rum the car.
Yeah, I suppose it is a bit like that. The car sounds. Rum, 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 rum.
I saw two guys in high-vis fixing a Westpac logo. I don't know why. Just, you know the logo, like the letter?
Yeah, it's weird, yeah.
They're like hammering it back in and I'm like, this is not right.
Yeah, because they're the bank.
The working class fixing the logo for a bank.
Gone are the days that German philosophers are writing, books about them.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
Takes chaos to give birth to a dancing star. That's what I said to the Centrelink advisor when I forgot to apply for 30 jobs. You just quote Nietzsche.
Yeah. Did it help?
It's like you've been suspended.
Yeah. Doesn't help, does it?
Now at Centrelink, they have like mindfulness culture is so omnipresent, it's trickled down even to the Centrelink office. So now I go in, I'll sit on a live, love, laugh, throw pillow.
Right.
There'll be a meme going, you can do it. Every moment is precious, like stay in the moment.
Meditate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Buddhism is now in the Dole office.
And it's also in the top CEO office as well. You got the banker who's just done an ice bath and he's, injecting fucking vitamin and minerals direct through IV. Then he's meditating. He's reading Stoicism so he can ride the NASDAQ better. Yeah.
It's weird that the people, like all these, these longevity enthusiasts, they're in the tech startup world. Like that guy that's on that regimen of rigorous nutrients.
Yeah.
That weird like vegan paste and stuff that he eats. Every like biometric thing is optimized. Like those people want to live forever, and then you've got the blue zone Sardinian goat farmer.
Right.
It's just going to mean the nursing homes of the future will be interesting places.
Yeah, because you'll have the high-level wellness guy who was injecting stem cells into his testicles and doing rigorous dieting and exercise, exactly, running a startup, and also Giuseppe, who's like, I run a goat and then I have a simple meal.
Yeah.
And they both live the same age and they're in the nursing home together going, yeah, well, I just maximize my reps and I'm still getting good return on muscle gain even though I'm in my 90s. And he's like, I like to stand the wine with my feet.
I stomp it and make a Shiraz with my feet. And he's like, I'm injecting stem cells into my dick to optimize my testosterone. And he's like, what are you doing, please? So they got to hang out.
Yeah.
Play bocce together.
I don't understand.
It's just these two different groups. One's just accidentally doing it. Like the Blue Zone people just live near a staircase or whatever. Giuseppe just fucking lives near like a 10,000 stair case. You know, it's always that.
Yeah, they just live in an area where the lifestyle and culture is what it's meant to be.
It's just all organic accidentally.
Yeah.
And they have community.
Yeah.
Whereas the wellness bros, like, if you drink beer with friends, it can actually heighten testosterone as long as it's a camaraderie of like a sport game because the competition gets the thing. Whereas Giuseppe's just talking to some cunt in the street for an hour.
Because he's just what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, the differences between measuring it and just doing it. Like they're like, the more you laugh with your friends, the more endorphins you get. So it's true, laughter is the best medicine. Like there'll be some clip like that.
Whereas Greeks just love to sit on milk crates and talk for hours.
Yeah.
With espressos.
Yeah.
Just naturally.
That's all they do. That's why their economy's fucked.
Yeah.
Because they just don't do anything else.
I always like, I'd say once a week, I'll see a 100-year-old Greek man drinking an espresso with another one.
It's good they do that. I always think it's good because I walk past those places and they buy out a little shop front.
Yeah.
And they sit out the front and play board games and talk. And so they've probably got less cases of all the fucked up diseases we get in older age.
Yeah, whereas the biohacker's like, I'm going to talk to Steve.
I'm currently talking to you, Steve, because...
it lowers inflammation.
It's like, great. It's always good to see you,
It's good to know you love me as a friend.
Yeah.
No, it's just your mind gels when I use Neuralink to measure the metrics.
Yeah, if your metrics didn't match up with my metrics and you weren't beneficial to my biome, I probably wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
Can I take some of your shit and put it up my ass to improve my microgut biome?
Do you want to shit on my chest? I need a fecal transplant. I know you did it once as a prank in high school, but this is for real. The gut's the second brain.
The gut's the second brain.
And if you've got diarrhea, it means your second brain has Down syndrome. It needs a helmet.
Yeah, because that brain is disabled.
Yeah.
It's mentally,
Like it needs a helmet.
Yeah, put a helmet on your second brain.
Yeah.
Because you've got irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah. Your second, if the gut's the second brain, yours needs a carer to wipe your ass from all the diarrhea that you projectile.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck.
Your ass is retarded, dude.
Your second brain's dumb, dude. Your ass is retarded, man. Come on. That's why you should increase the fiber in your diet, dude, because your ass is retarded.
You wear a helmet on your belly.
Oh, shit.
You should start wearing a helmet on your belly. Wear a Lime bike helmet on your belly. Just strap a helmet to your belly because your second brain's...
Yeah, because your microbiome's no good.
It's been injured by my highly processed diet of highly processed deli meat. Because you just eat deli meat?
Oh, fuck, it's
I
so
just
dumb.
squirt liquid out of my ass.
Because my ass is retarded.
I'm just eating processed meat. Colorectal cancer. Man, you got a diverse gut microbiome. I just committed genocide on mine.
Too much fried chicken.
Yeah.
Makes my ass retarded.
It's full of shit.
Oh, fuck. It's hard to segue out of calling your ass retarded into other stuff. But I was thinking, we were talking about the community thing with the Italians and shit that are like, I like the wine and the good have it with Giuseppe.
Yeah.
I like to drink wine on my own at first, and then I invite over a friend, and he sits. Anyway, whatever. All that bullshit.
They'll drink the wine, the tech startups, that Giuseppe squashes the grapes with his feet into a Grenache, and they'll sip it and be like,
it costs so much money to ship it over and blah, blah, blah. Giuseppe just drinks it naturally. But you know what? I think that as my parents get older and I think about the culture of our elderly and shit, like when I see those ethnic communities or like migrant communities where they have the elderly all sit together and they talk all day and they smoke shisha or whatever, that they're like, there's a community, but there's such little community. Like my mum lives on her own. Like I go visit her, but she lives in a different city and all our families are very dispersed and there's no community. Like my mum's idea of Like she's at a stage now where she just drives past relatives' houses. She doesn't go in or anything. Just hello, there they are. Like they're not even, like they're not there.
Yeah.
Like it's just their house. They're in there, aren't they? My sister. There she's in there. Like that's enough. That's enough connection.
That's enough.
Yeah. Drove past.
Yeah.
You know, because if they were out there in the garden, she was like, oh my God, is that my, is that my sister? I'd be like, keep driving.
Yeah.
It's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like sending a signal.
Yeah.
You know, like a subterranean, like it's almost like The Secret. Like I drive past and they can feel the vibrations of the hello from the car.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think it's more like that it's so much effort in our culture, especially as you get older, to socialize because we don't live together and it's not a community. So I feel like it's an energy thing where they're just like, oh, sometimes you don't want to just get to an age where they're just like, oh, no, I don't even want to go in anymore.
Yeah, you get increasingly isolated, eh?
And my mum is a real true grandma.
Yeah.
She's like classic grandma. She's always giving people stuff and like really, it wouldn't be surprising if she's having a grandma affair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where she's nothing sexual. I mean like as in she might be grandma-ing another family.
Right.
Like I always think, that I'll come into some weird town that I'm touring, never been to before and that I'm like, Mum, what the fuck? Who's this? And she's at a table, there's a family. And they're all like, Grandma, who's that? It's like, Grandma, this is my mum. She's our grandma. It's like, oh, sorry, darling. Grandma in another family. I wanted to tell you. You've been grandma in another family this whole fucking time? Is that your special spaghetti bolognese dish? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're baking your banana bread, your signature banana bread.
Behind my back? Grandma
Yeah.
in another family?
For these Finocchios?
For these guys, the Smiths? It's like, that's our grandma. It's like, no, that's ours. She's grandma-ing around,
Yeah.
That's a weird thought I had.
Grandma-ing about.
Yeah, that's a weird thought I had when I was running the other day.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like the idea of, just her being promiscuous with her grandmotherliness. With her gentle, like with that whispering, like, that'll do, pig.
Yeah.
Like
hello,
she's
darling,
doing that.
so good to see you. And it's like, Mum, what are you doing here? What's going on here? They're at a family dinner.
Yeah, that
Are you
intimate
grandmother
whisper.
in another family? Oh, no. What's going on? Gets caught.
Yeah, and then, they're claiming the grandma too, and you do a tug of war over the grandma.
Fuck, man. This episode, we've lost some listeners, I reckon.
I can't imagine.
Oh, shit. Well, I think it's a good time to call it a day on this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, albeit a very strange episode. And we thank you for listening, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.